Captain, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Your signal made it through. We've pinpointed Dr. Wells's orbit. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akande. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
So, sneak on.
Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own private district. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively by 24/7 Furniture's Deluxe Falscowood Collection. Some assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process. After you get settled in, you'll have the chance to explore your new home. Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants, like CAP's Blazing Borscht Barbecue, or Rizzo's All-You-Can-Crunch Cereal Buffet? Or maybe you'd like to head to the bar and enjoy an ice-cold Zero-G Brew by Spacer's Choice. Zero-G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you, although in the early retirement district, nothing will. All this and more will be complimentary for the entirety of your stay, courtesy of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. You won't have to spend a bit. So relax and grab a refreshment from one of our vending machines and enjoy the specially constructed outlets. While you're here, you should check out the displays for some fun facts of the early retirement program and selection process. Then, once you're ready, enter the hall and leave your troubles behind. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Today is the first day of your early retirement. Congratulations. Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own private
Human security.
Everyone all right? Hey, you got a minute? You know, they're gonna make a series. I've been trying to think of a good title for this episode. I like the sound of... No, wait, I got it. Nothing gets past you, boss. In fact, Thrilling Tales of the Unreliable. Oh, I'm partial to that last one. Right, I'm overdoing it again. Got it. Sorry. Stealing the hope from the... enough to boost my pay? I'm sure you've got plans to make. I'll sue every technician and employee who's... ever touched this damn device. Yep. So we just sat around a table talking about a severed arm. You ever watch The Mask? Episode 5 of The Mask? His name? Tiny. Every adventure serial's gotta have a... Masked Marketeer had a We're freelancers. We take any job we can get. Let's just say it beat... Hey, I get... That wasn't what you were going for. Yep. Yeah, boss?
Something you need? You want to ask about anything in particular, Captain? It sure is. Anything could happen. Any-
Dr. Wells has failed to discover the tracking signal broadcasting the location of his lab. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. I require a... As you may be, in our travels together, Alex liked to... How can I be of assistance? May luck be with you. Of course. We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her son if your calculations are even for the sun. You killed the adjutant? We are... Welcome back. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like? How can I be of...
That ought to do her, Captain.
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there wasn't any point. Shows how much I know. Explode? All right. We've got a few
Heads down.
Security trespass. Error. Hope crew data not found. Error. Paradox error.
You all right, Captain? I mean, seeing this place again?
Should we assign Sam?
Pick up, boss!
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious. Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you. Are you sure? That is extreme. And also potentially kill and jumpstart. I would
Worst ways to go out, I suppose. Nice knowing you, boss.
admit.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with...
That is what my captain.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive.
Yes,
You should not be doing this.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems. Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra.
I don't recognize you. Are you? I'm just trying to. Yeah. Move along.
What? Huh?
Oh!
Captain, I am receiving. Captain, I shall now play.
The board is here. They found me somehow. They're about to blast. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. You fucking bitch!
It would seem the recording captured. How can I be of assistance? I'll be. We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab. Please avoid.
Done.
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for... I believe the crew would like to speak with you to...
So Wells has been arrested and locked up in Tartarus.
I'm not one for pointless...
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. I am programmed to warn you.
Getting in is the simple...
Let's just do it.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final...
If we don't make it...
Got my trusty tossball stick.
You can count on us, Captain.
Never thought I'd volunteer.
Command.
Waiting on your... I am pleased to inform you. Please be advised.
Attention. Unauthorized. You are hereby confined to your own...
Captain, I would not recommend this course of action.
We're on... Wait.
How... As you wish. Take care.
Captain did right by us. The board will cover home groundbreakers, not while I breathe. Push on, Mardad.
Here they come! Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
That's one down! messes with you, boss.
Take him down! Bring him down!
Beginning security.
Everyone all right?
Attack! Cover me! Open fire!
Behind you! You're getting through!
Here they come!
No prisoners! I need cover!
You, ain't feeling jittery, are you? 'Cause I'm not.
Whatever comes of this, I'm just real glad to know you all.
After all you've done, your misguided crusade has... Idiot! I'm not the one in any other circumstance. Thankfully, you're in a... Is that... I fire them. In the next room is the final... Absolutely not.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You lunatic. You broke into the board. I know, my friend, I know. And now it's finally over. The board... You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you and I are going... I would like nothing... Earth has gone... 2 years ago, the Earth's...
Hold on, Doc. Are you telling me the Earth went dark 3 years ago? And
They've been incredibly effective at concealing the truth.
You mean we're all alone out here?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only... We're in serious trouble. Yes, we do. We must begin the revival process. We're going to need a leader. And I can't tell you... We can't save Halcyon on our own. We are not a colony anymore. Our last...
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Left leaderless, the people of Stellar Bay and Amber Heights were slowly but inevitably picked apart by the wildlife of Monarch. Left unchecked, the war on Monarch consumed both MSI and the Iconoclasts. And when the sulfur clouds settled, only stragglers from both factions remained. Some found their way to Sublight, some to Terra 2, and some lived their final years fighting for food in the wilderness. In the end, only the beasts remained. Without Lilia Hagen, Sublight Salvage fell apart. The company fractured, devolving into a series of unregulated criminal gangs, fences, and smugglers. Their facade of legitimacy quickly faded. In time, the Sublight family was forgotten. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Ellie savored her adventures on the Unreliable. Once they were done, she returned to life as usual, running missions of dubious legality, shunning respectable work, and living life to the fullest. She meant to reach out to her one-time captain, but she was always bad at keeping in touch. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. After all he'd seen and heard adventuring with you, the vicar Maximilian de Soto renounced his faith and joined the effort to rebuild the colony. Ironically, he finally found the joy that had eluded him over the course of his life, and realized that perhaps he was always meant to be just a simple laborer after all. He quickly dismissed the idea. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Their efforts continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.